Hello and welcome to HyzerMedia's coverage of the Disc Golf Open of Pennsylvania, presented by Home Again Disc Golf. Thank you, Home Again, for supporting both the tournament and this coverage. And thank you also to the Patreon family. You can support HyzerMedia on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. I'm Nathan Johnson. Today, I'm joined by self-proclaimed disc golf sensei, Ramie Millar.
How's everybody doing today? So today on lead coverage, we have Lucas Oberholtzer Hess. He's sponsored by Westside Discs. Cody Bradshaw, sponsored by Discraft. Young up-and-comer Jesse Longenecker. And Travis Dombach, who is the president of the Lancaster Disc Golf Club and is sponsored by Gatekeeper and Double Helix Sports. So hole 1, sponsored by Home Again Disc Golf, is a par 4, uphill, 418-foot shot. Goal is to get up the hill as far as you can and try to be on the neutral straight path or slightly to the left.
Yep. And as we go into round 2 out of 4 here, this is our second round of the tournament. This is final round at Muddy Run, and then tomorrow we will be moving over to Klein's Run Disc Golf Course for the final 2 rounds of this event. So Lucas is going to be teeing off first after shooting the hot round in the morning. And he puts a absolute move on this one and is right about where he was in the morning with an 80-foot jump putt for eagle on hole 1.
It is wild just watching those discs fly from him. They just go so much farther than most of us.
Yep. Yeah, he plays this game differently than most folks. Cody, he's actually the highest rated player in this tournament. He played 12 out of the 18 holes blind and was able to put together a 10 down. So very impressive morning round from Cody. And that's a great shot too.
Wow. We got a lot of big throwers on this card. Jesse's going to rip one up the hill too.
Yeah, Jesse has his distance is no joke as well. So that's a great move on that one to get most of the way up the hill. And then finally, Travis rounding out our lead card. He is no joke when it comes to distance also, and he puts a great move on this. Right up there, in a great look to get a birdie to start off this first hole. Looks like Cody was a little pinched off on the right, so he probably had a small little gap to sneak that forehand through, but he's able to hit it and get himself a putt. Travis with just a long jump putt. That was a long jump putt, I will say. He had to be at least over 100 feet from the basket from there.
Like we're gonna have another long jump putt over here. A little step putt from Lucas.
Yeah, maybe another 70-footer or so. Just left a little wide. Looks like we missed Jesse's upshot, but we'll see where he's at. Here's Cody for birdie. Nicely done.
Great putt from Cody to get the round started.
Yep, those 20, 25 footers are always nice confidence builders to get your round going after the lunch break and get the blood flowing again. Nice birdie from Jesse. Lucas hiding behind this tree. See that one? That was such a better putt than the first round. You know, if you haven't seen, Lucas had a nasty spit out on hole 1, but that'll result in a star frame for a lead card, just as we'd expect from him.
We'll jump into hole 2, which is another big shot. We have a small gap off of the tee. Wide open field out here. The only one thing you don't want to do is turn something over down into the parking lot or fade out into the road on the left side here. Sponsored by Home Again Disc Golf.
Yep, this hole's downhill enough that distance isn't too much of a problem. You just want to make sure you hit the gap and leave your approach shot close, although this looks like it could be in danger from Lucas here.
Definitely got road in play.
Yeah, and that's going to be OB. That's a bad mistake. The one thing you don't want to do is leave it too high, and he just didn't quite turn and commit to that one. This is the more of the line you're looking for. Cody puts a great move on this, gets a little bit of turn, fades back just in time, and that'll be less than 200 into the basket from there. Now here's Jesse. Uh-oh.
And that's the number one thing you have to do is just get through the gap here on this hole.
Yeah, we'll see where that kick took him, but he could have a really tough time scrambling for his par. Travis, it's a great move on this one. It's a little overturned, but it stables up in time before he gets to the parking lot. So he'll have a straight shot, probably a backhand into the green from down there, uphill.
Really awkward lie here for Jesse to have to do a straddle forehand to get out of this wood line here.
Yeah, it looks like a cut roll is not the worst result, honestly. He'll definitely have a long approach from there, but still very much savable. And here he's going to try it. This looks a little just short. Yeah, didn't quite give it enough. All right, Cody, he had a great drive. This is prime position, just a little backhand chip up. And just kind of sticks in the ground there. That was a weird,
I think he might have caught the tree there and just kind of shot down.
Yeah, he'll still have a circle's edge putt. Travis, that's what you're looking for. Great drive, 450 plus feet, and then just a little chip up for an easy birdie. Lucas, that is not what you're looking for, though. He catches that last tree, which is just around circle's edge. Jesse does the same, so we're going to have two long putts. This is for Jesse's bogey from circle 2 here. Little stepper just didn't quite commit. Cody from circle 2. And he's cashes that stepper. That's a great putt to keep the momentum going in this round, as Lucas is going to try to save his par, and he's unable to. That's tough. When you can throw as far as he can, holes like this definitely turn into must-get birdies. So to come away with a bogey after that errant tee shot is tough, but it's still early in the round. Still plenty of holes left to go, and I'm sure he'll look to bounce back from that.
Hole 3 is a par 4, 397 foot uphill to the right shot. This is going to be presented by Tono Group. Goal for this hole is to just get up to the top of the hill, and anything to the right makes the hole much shorter for you and much easier to get up and down for the birdie.
Yep, we usually see a mix of forehands and backhand turnovers on this one. There's no real better play, just whatever you're most confident hitting this gap and pushing straight with. Cody's going inside backhand turnover. He's trying to bite off a lot here, and that's one of the best shots I've ever seen on this hole. He's going to have probably 150-foot chip up to the basket from there. Travis, he's going to try to replicate it, it looks like. Okay, not quite as aggressive. He goes for more of the straight route, which is fine. That'll play too. It just leaves him a little bit of a longer approach. Lucas, he likes his forehand here, but just leaves a little wide also and catches one of those trees. It's going to be a long approach as well. And Jesse, this pushes straight, but honestly, straight is not the worst thing. He's still pushing well a ways up the hill, and he'll have like a backdoor forehand hyzer from there, probably about 250 or so. Lucas, yep, like we talked about in the first round, a common theme here at Muddy Run is slopes and tough footing. You got a lot of rocks in your way. You got a lot of uneven footing. So anytime you're trying to do a run up from the fairway is going to be very difficult. So standstills are recommended where you can.
Yeah, this is definitely a course where you're looking for your landing zones on the longer par 4s and par 5s. It's where you're going to be able to attack the course from wherever you land.
Yep, so here's that backdoor I mentioned for Jesse. It looks like he just catches one of those trees on the backside of the gap. And this is just such a good drive from Cody. He's got a straight putter into the green. Yeah, he's going to be disappointed with that one, leaving himself another circle's edge look, but he still's got a putt.
Guess he throws his hat off for the putt.
Yep, he's trying to do his best Adam Hammonds impression, but isn't able to connect. Travis from circle 2. Ooh, wasn't able to connect there. I watched Travis nail at least 4 of those in the morning, so it would not surprise me if he made that one there, but didn't quite give it enough. Lucas with a great birdie putt there from somewhere around circle's edge, even after the slip on the approach shot. Now Cody, after leaving his upshot a little short, maybe a 28-footer uphill.
You see how bad I missed that putt?
No. We did see that, Cody.
We did see that, Cody.
That's okay. He'll settle for the par there and move on to hole 4.
So hole 4 is also sponsored by the Tono Group. Hole 4 is a winding par 4, it's 441 feet. You want to kind of land here in your landing zone and have a nice little straight tunnel shot from there. Some people will get aggressive with rollers. Some people will throw the tight turnover shot, or most people are going to throw the forehand here like Lucas.
Yeah, the safe play is the forehand to just kind of chip around the corner, put yourself right where Lucas landed in the middle of that silver fairway. That gives you the biggest gap to the green. Cody, this is pushed just a little too straight. You want to make sure that you're fading out early right. And Travis, I saw him do this in the morning. He likes to go inside gap, flip up, and he just leaves this one out left. But what a kick.
What a kick to get back to the right.
Wow, yeah, that was a really fortunate break. He still's got a chance to get a birdie from there. Jesse with just a nice smooth hyzer. This is also pushing a little too straight. That's the miss that you usually see with people when they throw the forehand, is they push it a little too straight and the trees on the backside of the fairway come in fairly quickly. You wanna make sure you're keeping your disc on hyzer and that it's moving right the whole time on that tee shot. Otherwise, you're gonna be pinched off over here. So Jesse's gonna try to throw a flex forehand down that fairway and does a great job really to give himself a circle's edge putt there.
That was a fantastic upshot to find a way up to the green there. See if Travis can do something too.
Just a little too low and looks like he catches a tree and kicks out to the right. Yeah, there's really no gaps on that left side. There's so many skinny trees, as you can see to Lucas's left, that you almost have to go out and around with a flex forehand, and that takes an unfortunate little slide there. So Lucas will have a tester, but that's almost textbook of how you want to play the hole. Just chip forehand, and then you got a nice, easy, straight shot into the pin. Cody with a nice shot there. He'll be able to save his par. Uh-oh. That's a bad mistake there from Travis on the jump putt. This is going to be a tester now. Oh, but he's able to convert. That's a really great putt. Now Lucas here for the birdie after going long on his approach. A little 28-footer. The kid's dialed. This whole day. I mean, he's getting tester putt after tester putt from this 25 to 30-foot range, and he's unfazed. It's really impressive to see. Let's see if he can keep it going through the rest of this round. As we see, Jesse also is able to convert on the birdie, and Cody will have to take the par. Hole 5 here is just a little chip, not chip. It's 338-foot par 3, but you're going to see most players just throw something straight that finishes out to the left. This looks like a great line from Lucas. He's just going putter, soft hyzer, it flips up a little bit, and scoots it up right under the basket. Jesse's going to try to replicate that line. It's a weird little rock that he hits there, but is able to still throw a great shot, and he'll have a nice short putt for birdie. This came out low for Cody, but he gets a decent amount of ground play, and he'll have a circle 1 putt as well. Travis last on the tee. This looks like a little more stable. He's fading out a bit, but catches a nice tree there at the end to still give him a 28-footer for the bird. Let's see if he can convert with all other 3 of his card mates are well inside the circle, and he does. That's a great putt from Travis.
Stay up. 2 nose down.
That's tough there from Cody. Leaves it a little short.
Yeah, good too. Thank you.
Nice birdie from Jesse, and Lucas will clean up his birdie as well.
Hole 6 is a par 3, 438-foot downhill shot. You have an initial gap here, and you're just trying to get out into the open field. Goal is to get down here and try to settle your disc down with minimal fade before you fade out into the open area.
Yep, you just want to throw your straightest disc as possible. I mean, distance isn't really too much of an issue on this hole as it's downhill enough. You just want to make sure you hit the gap and commit to your angle, as Lucas does not hit the gap but takes a really favorable kick and is, or is it a favorable kick? Wow, that thing went a mile to the right. It still shouldn't be too much of an issue to get up and down, though.
I think that ended up over by 13's basket.
Yeah, I think so. As Jesse hits that same tree that Lucas did, kicks the other direction. It's going to be a tricky up and down from over there.
Travis has his favorite orange matrix here. Nice smooth straight shot.
Just needs it to come back at the end. Yeah, that's a great line from Travis. That's all you need. Just a little drift to the right, a little back to the left. Give yourself a putt. Cody's going to try to do the same. This looks like a great line so far. Wow. And that's
what a shot.
Textbook right there.
Cody has such great touch with all of his backhand shots.
Yeah, that was such a great little spinny mid-range. Never deviated from the line, just a little bit of drift either way. And that's all you need. Jesse, he's left himself a bit of a tester putt here to save the par from just around 30 feet. He sneaks it in there at low left. That's a good putt.
It's a good save.
Yep, and looks like here's Lucas's putt for par now as well. He's still dialed in.
So dialed in.
Travis now for a birdie look. Nicely done. He's able to make up a stroke on Lucas there, and Cody's going to make up a stroke as well. So we've got a close match here at the top. Look, Cody's taking his time.
Hole 7 is presented by Elevation Disc Golf. It's par 3, 400-foot shot. It's alongside of a hill that's sloping down to the right. Most of the pros are going to be just trying to throw distance drivers, get up here in front of this tree here and just kind of hyzer into the basket. Some might go for the big wide hyzer if they have a little extra power like Lucas and Jesse might have.
Yep, all you do is got to miss that last tree on the right, either right in front of it or right behind it, and you should have a circle one look. I don't think any of these four players will have a problem with the distance. It's just a matter of hitting the right line. Travis leaves this one wide. And it comes back a little at the end, so he's pin high, just probably 40 or so feet uphill looking at the basket. It'll be an open putt, though. Here's Cody. I'm not sure if Cody's trying to go a more direct line at it or if that one just came out early. Either way, he's going to be a short left, and that's probably just a pitch up from there.
God, same mistake.
Lucas with a rip, just a little left, so he's going to be looks about 40 feet with a tree in his way.
See if Jesse can put one up here in the circle for us.
Nice line, kind of over near Lucas, a little closer though, so he'll have a putt as well, just outside the circle. Ooh, Lucas leaves that one a little high and an unfortunate skip off the top of the basket. That'll be a tester for his par. Wow.
Great C2
Travis
putt
is
from Travis there. Travis is trying to make a run for it.
Yeah, he's making a great push so far on this front nine. His putt looks great. He's giving himself opportunities. That's all you got to do on a muddy run here. There's Jesse off the nubs. And Lucas misses as well, so that's going to be a bogey. And we're going to have a three-way tie at the top here after hole 7. Of course, this is round 2 of a 4-round tournament. So plenty of golf to go, but
That's like the first putt we've seen Lucas miss in a round and a half almost.
yeah, I think so. That wasn't an absolute dirty spit out. Yeah, I would agree. A couple par cleanups, and Travis takes the box with the only birdie.
Hole 8, it's the big open shot, and you just send anything you can out here into the open side of the field. You want to try and keep yourself away from the cluster of trees on the left. Give yourself some open options to get down here into the basket.
Yep, the farther you go and the wider you go, brings that nice big easy hyzer into the green. So if you can really put one out there, it should be a pretty straightforward up and down to get your birdie. And Travis has put a move on this one.
Travis loves throwing this relativity. He can just throw it up there into the air and just let it drift and just keep going.
Yeah, I've seen Travis with many an eagle with throwing that disc on multiple courses around the county.
Go. Keep digging that thing over.
Cody, this is a little overturned, but it'll still play. You still have that big hyzer into the green from there. And this is the mistake that you want to avoid. Just never quite turns it over, and that's going to be on that left side of the fairway, and it is very pinched. He's probably going to have to go forehand roller out and around, I would think, from there. And Lucas, I was on the cart ahead of us, and Lucas had to wait for us to get off the green putting to throw his tee shot because he needed to take some anger out from that previous bogey.
Oh my goodness, he's around the corner?
Yeah, he's got like a 60-footer for eagle. It's insane.
Wow.
That is a 600-foot drive. All right, let's see what Cody can do here. He's going big hyzer out and around and just leaves it short. It's going to be a scary 40-footer from there. Travis, he's got this weird wood plumbing sign in his way. Also leaves it a bit short. And yeah, let's see what Jesse's going to do. What?
Is he going to test the wood line and try to get through the backside? Did he get himself to C2 on that?
I think he might be inside the circle. That's bonkers. Like, oh my God, Lucas for the eagle, and Lucas left side chains. What is happening? Okay, you guys don't understand how insane Jesse's approach is because there are so many vines and skinny trees back in those woods. Like, I don't know how he found a line to get through. And then the fact that Lucas just chained out left for eagle from 680-foot hole is insane to me.
Wow, Jesse is right at the edge of the circle for this. What a birdie.
That's
a birdie.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell by his reaction. He's
crafty.
He surprised himself. That is a great birdie from where he was at off the tee. Yeah, we'll see a couple pars from Travis and Cody, who weren't quite able to get enough on their upshots to have a birdie putts, but Lucas, he's going to take the outright lead back with that near eagle.
So hole 9, sponsored by Carbella Designs, is a 291-foot hole. Mostly open. If you have a straight gap shot here, you have a low ceiling at it, or most people are going to be going the wide hyzer here, trying to just slide in the backside of the green.
Yep, the right side's pretty open on this one as long as there's maybe 3 trees in the way, but most of them are right around circle's edge, so even if you clip them, you should still have a putt. Jesse, this looks a little inside, though.
Yeah, it just catches those first trees on the entranceway.
Yep, those trees are about 50, 60 feet from the basket, so Lucas, this is very high, but he has the distance to do that.
And deep. Wow.
Yeah, another 25-footer for him for birdie. That's all you need here. Travis, he likes the wide hyzer as well, and that's also looking deep and right. Didn't quite give it the height he needed for it to come back, so that's going to be another 40-footer for him. Let's see if Cody can kind of correct from our other players' mistakes and hit this line. Ooh, he hits that first tree as well, but not the worst kick. Just didn't quite commit. That's a long putt right there. That's like a 70-footer, so tough to commit to. As Travis hits another one from circle's edge. It's a great birdie.
It's a great birdie from there. That basket I've seen a lot of people get kicked out of.
Oh, yeah. And that's a great front nine from Travis. He started the round, 3 strokes back off the lead, and he's brought it down to 1. And that's only if Lucas makes his birdie putt. Cody, he sneaks that one in on the right side. That's a nice birdie for him. And Lucas, he's cashed from 25. We've only seen him miss really 1 on the day, so a very solid front 9 to maintain the lead, even with a couple of bogeys in there. And yeah, hopefully all these players will try to finish strong. Thank you to Elevation Disc Golf and Tono Group for supporting this coverage as well. But don't go too far, because we'll have the back 9 of this second round of the Disc Golf Open of Pennsylvania presented by Home Again Disc Golf coming right up.